What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Fish Tank Friday. Yeah, I still don't have fish. It's gonna be a bit. That's okay though. Today I want to show you my light setup in the Red Sea Max 250. I have installed two Ecotech Marine XR30 Pros into the hood. It was a project, took us 2 days to do it. They've been up there for a couple months now and haven't fallen down, so thumbs up for that. I wanted to make sure to keep the water guard on there to protect them. In order to do this, we completely gutted the hood. I think you could have left the ballasts in there, but I just have a little OCD and I kind of wanted to just clean everything out and take it all out. I originally wanted to try to Velcro the lights in to try to keep the top of the hood clean of anything and just keep it black like stock, like you couldn't even tell. So we tried the Velcro, and the first day I woke up in the morning and they were hanging. Luckily I had put the protective shield back up, so everything was fine, but we had to take off the hood again, open everything up, and then figure out a way to mount them. By this time we had already taken out and thrown out, dumb on my part, the metal reflective sheet for the T5s. So I didn't have anything to mount the lights onto. That left us with the last thing to do, which was to drill holes into the hood itself. I was kind of bummed about it at first, really, but at first you notice it. I mean, you notice it if you know what you're looking at, but like anybody who comes to look at the fish tank, they're just gonna think it's part of the hood because we painted them black. So I have the boxes run to the inside of the cabinet, kind of lined them up and put them to the side, and then I got the reef link so I could control everything from the app on my phone. The two lights are mounted on the top with all 4 screws. There's little holes on the back of the light that you can screw into. Pretty much measured it out, drilled 4 holes. We had to rework a couple of them, but it's all good. I then had to drill a hole in the back of the hood because there was nowhere for the wires and the plug to run through to be able to drop it out the back. And then they plug into, you know, all their fun stuff. But the lights are Gen 2 boards with Gen 3 lights. The app on the phone, I had some trouble setting it up in the beginning, but I called them, we reset the reef link, got all that stuff working, and I haven't had any issues since. So I'm gonna go into the app right now. It's downloading. It's called EcoSmart Live. Well, with all the shit that goes wrong, you guys for sure think I make this up, but now the app isn't logging in. Of course, because I want to make a video about my lights, so why would it work like normal? We couldn't connect to your devices. Connect. Everything's on. Oh, this will actually be my thumbnail. Literally, like 3 hours later, I finally got it to work. I had to update the firmware on the reef link. The reef link light is now blue, which means it is connected. Good to go now, and I can show you the app. When you go into the app, you could control all of your colors, your kelvins, and then the good thing about it is there's a bunch of, so like here are my devices. This is my tank. So I have my left one, my right one, a little picture of my tank. I want to show you guys the presets. This is my schedule right here, and it shows you where it's at throughout the day. So right now it's at 50%. At 7:20 it goes down to 46. 8 o'clock it's 8. At 11:15 my lights shut off completely. And overall brightness I set it at 90. The reason I have the overall brightness at 90% is because I have my schedule for my lights where I have the percentage of each light lower. So that's why it's at 90. I'm not running these at like full throttle. So in the preview modes, you could do like a bunch of stuff. Let's do a thunderstorm. Does it look like a thunderstorm to you? There it goes. Whoa. Why would you want to startle your fish? Okay, let's do a cloud coverage. That thunderstorm option looks like it would give my fish a heart attack. Cloud coverage now? Well, I mean, are the clouds gonna come, or? Let's just skip that one. Let's do disco time. Whoa. Whoa, jeez Louise. These things are crazy. I haven't done these since I first started. This is demonstration. All right, I'm just gonna click. So if you click this middle thing, it goes back to your schedule. So I'm gonna do that because that's tripping my fish out. Oh, I don't have fish, but my corals are even scared. All right, so in the presets, you could do a bunch of different stuff to get different colors. So you have the different Kelvins here that you could do, or you can do like deep blue, and it's literally just by the touch of a button. And dang, look at the way the corals glow with this one. This one's crazy. All blues, that's like a more cyan-y color. The blues are what really make the colors pop. Red, I don't know why you do that. All right, so Reef Creation is a good mix between the two. It shows some blues and some stuff. Coral Radiance is good too. Polyp Fluorescence. This was like a purpley. They look pretty cool. That was something I had. Oh, I think that's mine. I think. It looks like mine. But check out, okay, so this deep blue, like look at the colors on this. When you go to the coral shop and you're trying to buy some corals, this is what they have on. So you can look at all the colors and be like, wow, it looks amazing. And then you go put it in your fish tank and it looks like poop. This looks so cool. So yeah, basically you can control it on your app, but like I said, and then if you like mess with it and you're ready to just go back to your schedule, you just click this. It goes back to, in a second, yeah, it should go back to my schedule, which is that, and it returns back to your routine. I want to show you one more thing. I just want to show you, oops. So the last thing I want to show you is the way that I have my curve for my lights, like when they turn on, when they peak, and then when they come down. So to do that, I'm going to show it to you inside the Eco Live website. So if you log onto it online, which is like how you kind of set your schedule the first time, this is what you get. This is what my schedule looks like. So it starts at 10 o'clock in the morning and it ends at 8:09 p.m. But then there's a, what is this called? It's like the night period where it's like it's real little. From 8 to 11, it goes from 6% intensity down to 0. So I have them running that much with peak. You see the peak intensity is only 47%. So that goes to me saying that I don't leave them at 90%. I have the overall strength at 90%, and then I have them only at 47%. By 11, it's 25%. By 12, it's 35%. By 1:30, they're 47%, and then they stay that way so till 6:21. So like 5 hours of that intensity, and they drop from 6:30 to 7:30, and then that's actually a really big drop off. I don't know why. 7:30 to 7:20 to 8 o'clock, they drop down like, I don't know why that's so big, but whatever, it's working, so I'm just gonna leave it how it is. If you come up here, you can do individual colors, and wherever you click, so your peak here, if you click on that peak, then you get your colors here, and this is what my colors are. So when I'm running 47%, this is what I'm actually doing of each percentage. So I'm 100% up on the UV. I think I'm 100% up on the UV for all day. Yeah, 100% up on the UV all day. So the blues were really strong on the Radions to me, and I personally didn't like it. I needed it to be a little bit more of a whitish color, so I had to dial these back quite a lot. The cool white, I have 25%, 10% green, 10% red, and that's at the peak. So that kind of changes throughout the day. I leave the green and red down. Then 5% at 12. I read that that's where the algae comes from, so I kept those low. You could put lunar phases on, you could put all this kind of stuff on, and then if you were to do this in front of your tank and then you click preview, it would show you, like, as the day went on, how the schedule would look. But yeah, so that is the EcoSmart Live desktop to the Radions. So I actually left the 4 fans that were in the hood. I reran it to, well, I didn't do it by myself, I had help, but we reran it to still work on the timer. So the timer that the Red Sea Max has for the T5s and the fans, I left that in, and I left it because I wanted to control some of the heat. It still runs hot. My tank stays between 80 to 82, which is pretty hot, but I read online some corals grow better like that, so who knows. The corals seem fine. We'll see how the fish do when they come in here. So I have that running, and I have those fans to come on a little bit before the lights. I'm not sure if they come on before the lights turn on, but I know I leave them running a little bit after the lights shut off to kind of keep cooling it down a little bit more. Only like maybe 15 to 20 minutes, but yeah, so that's the light setup that I have on my Red Sea Max 250. Again, it's 2 Ecotech Marine XR30 Pros, Gen 2 boards with the Gen 3 lights. Other than when I set on my schedule, I don't touch it. As you can see, everything didn't work, so yeah, the growth has been really awesome. I highly recommend these lights, and I could only imagine Gen. I think they just dropped the Gen 5s. I can only imagine what those are like. So that's gonna do it for this Fish Tank Friday, guys. Thanks so much for watching. If you run this light setup, or if you run a different light setup on your Red Sea Max, throw a comment down below, let me know. All right, we'll see you next Friday for another Fish Tank Friday. Later.